Hey guys, what's up? It's Lidash here, and today I am back with the first tree. Oh, uh, audio. Nope, not that. I'll just do this. There we go. So, it saves at the start of each level, so that's what I'm actually gonna have to do, because I was already up there at the waterfall. So, I'll get back to that.
My teenage years were full of sketching, angst, and trouble. I wasn't popular or unpopular. Maybe just forgettable. I guess that gave me a sense of freedom, so I hung out with crazy kids, doing crazy things, even though I mostly just watched the chaos ensue. We did it all. Put fireworks in mailboxes, hide roadkill in people's garages, break windows of the barber shop in Anchorage. My dad was furious, but he was so busy working he couldn't do much to stop me from going out.
I think being an adult means there's no one to stop you making hard decisions. He had to make a living, and he couldn't be in two places at once.
Yeah, I realize that now. But at the time, I was sure he was more interested in growing his business than what was going on with me. He was working another late night, and my friends were over, saying how bored they were and how they had come all the way out to my house for nothing. One of them mentioned how that old, ugly beyond belief truck was still in the garage, and how we should take it for a spin. I was only 15, so I kind of fought it for a while. The next thing I knew, we were careening around the mountain path, rocks spitting onto the sides of the cliff, while my dad's cringeworthy bluegrass blared out the speakers. I drove while my friends were in the back of that yellow and purple truck, throwing beer bottles and trash at anything remotely interesting. Felt like I was soaring in the air with borrowed wings. But all good things have endings. A cop outside of Eagle River pulled us over after he saw us in a bottle rocket into someone's yard. What followed was a long night of talking to disappointed adults and feeling smaller than ever.
At about 38, I think, once I get up here. That the waterfall. $42 is what I'm trying to get back to. Okay. Got it. Okay. There we go. I didn't feel like going all the way back to get the butterflies. Is this 39? Nope, I'm missing 2. 1. I know, I'm missing 1. Oh, there it is. Got it. I don't know how long this game is. The best I can do is some update. So I have quite a bit of hospital appointments still coming up after the ICU incident. And so like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then Monday, Tuesday, I have all different appointments. So it's gonna be a little bit, and I was actually sent home the first day with a heart monitor. I got it off after 2 days, but going back might get a more long-term one for a couple months. But VR is probably gonna have to be not used for a little bit. So that shouldn't be fun. No VR games just yet. I don't know how long that's actually gonna stick though. Like if Redemption Shield finally comes out, I'm probably gonna play that the day it comes out. But at the same time, that game's been in the works for a while, so I think I might still got time to get better before that happens. Falcon Age is a game I've been wanting to do, but that's gonna hold off because I want to play it in VR instead of in desktop mode. Then there is... I don't actually know for other games though. Nostos is
After he drove me home from the police station, I blew up at him, saying how I never wanted to be like him, how I was gonna be someone and leave that hick icebox for good. He just looked forward at the road with tired eyes. I took out that bluegrass tape from the cassette deck and chucked it out the window. In my sage teenage wisdom, I thought I proved the ultimate point, but my dad had a different idea. He slammed the brakes, slowly bowed his head while gripping the steering wheel, and finally looked at me. All he said, like it was a polite request, was, "Make this right." I sat there in silence, fuming, but I eventually got out and combed every square inch of the woods, muttering profanity after profanity. I found it 30 minutes later, near a small waterfall off the road. I went back to the truck, put the wet tape back in, and sure enough it worked. We didn't speak another word to each other the rest of the night.
Wow, I knew you were a crazy teenager, but...
It's hard to believe, isn't it? It surprises me too. It's like I didn't really know who that kid was back then. I bet my dad thought the same thing over and over. It's almost like he was saying, "Make this right," to himself, more than to me.
But yeah, Nostos, whenever trying to connect to servers, say it is down now. And I have the 10-to-1 challenge recorded, but I'm probably gonna wait for Wednesday for that. And which reminds me, VR chat videos are probably gonna go on a hold as well. Because A, I was just kind of finding whatever game to record. And then B, since I mainly do that in VR, keep that up as something, but for now, either slow down on uploads, which still undecided on, or I might just end up replacing it with a different game finally, since I've made it like 105 VR chat videos or something. I don't even know at this point. I'm trying to figure out how to get up there, so I'm gonna try and see if I can stack the butterfly. Because I can get this one. And then come down and get this one. Maybe. Yeah. It actually worked. You can stack your butterflies. So is that going to be enough of a boost? Or should I'm going to go up this way. Come on. There we go. Got it. Yeah. I feel like I'm not actually making a solid sentence half this time. Nostos, one more video left on it. Then VR chat going on a break. This game, I honestly have no clue how long it's gonna last. I want to try and 100% complete it, like every other game. But I have a feeling I'm gonna miss stuff all over. Because I'm not very observant. And I'm gonna need a double butterfly for this, I think. This is probably where it tells you about that. Oh, a barbershop sign. There's probably a way to break out of the map if you wanted, but I don't think it'd add too much doing that. One issue with having these butterflies is you can't jump until you need them, because then you have to go and recollect them.
My friends would laugh about that night and talk about how crazy it was, and I laughed along, pretending it didn't bother me. But it did. I imagined my friends growing old in the bush, unable to find that thrill in those godforsaken ice fields. It's like those mountains were a literal wall, keeping me from leaving, where all I would have to look forward to are lumber yards and evening beers. I had to climb over. That was my only goal for a long time.
We're a third of the way through the game, I think, which isn't bad, but it's also looking a lot more spaced out.
If there was some way I could take my love of drawing and turn it into a way of escape, nothing would make me happier. I wanted to create instead of tearing trees down. I wanted to move to the lower 48, not because I hated it there in Alaska, but I hated the idea of it. It's like all of that spite inside me had created this monster which followed me around my whole teenage years. I put so much energy into doing what others didn't expect of me. Why did I do that?
There's one fact you're forgetting, though. If you didn't have that fire in you, we probably would have never met.
You're absolutely right. Maybe the destination is all that matters in the end. But then why am I awake? Why am I seeing this fox go on her journey? And why can't I stop thinking about my dad?
It's so open. I know. I feel like I need to follow every single path, but there's so much. Oh, did I die? Or Netstaria. Ah, really? You telling me I was that close to the... Okay. I guess we'll start with this path. You can so easily miss things in this game. Is this bouncy? No. But yeah, this is just a nice little relaxing game, so it's probably good to start up with this after going in for heart issues. Instead of going like, welcome to the game 2, or Emily wants to play VR. I'm not even actually supposed to swim, is what the doctors say. So, they're kind of limiting me quite a bit on just about everything. I could have pulled up an achievement guide to make sure each level I got all the stars, but it's a little late for that. I thought I wasn't gonna make that jump. Am I following the light or? What? How do I how? Oh, wait, hold on. It's not working. Oh, got it. You had to time it. Okay. We good? So when that's going down, you need like time it to pounce or something. I don't know. That was confusing.
On our property, there were old abandoned pieces of a shed and car long left unused. I used to ask him all the time who those people were that left all this junk, and I'm sure he got so tired of hearing it that he made up some elaborate stories how a brown bear ate them and haunted the woods afterwards. What's funny is I think it made those people seem more real, growing up thinking they were still hanging out like they couldn't say goodbye. I used to tell my friends how I could swear I saw spirits move near the water, and that always freaked them out. I guess it didn't bother me, because the way I saw it, they were normal people with old cars and sheds, just trying to figure out how to survive and be happy in the middle of nowhere. It was a cool thought that they didn't want to leave, but you know, I was a weird kid.
Well, you had good company since those ghosts like living in a place where they were brutally devoured.
I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't know if I want to be stuck around people who enjoyed being devoured by a bear. That's the where I did the pouncing, right? Up there. Yeah. So I think I got most of this part right now, anyway. There's some stars over here. There's so many stars.
Even at my most distant, at the times when I detested him the most, he kept reaching out. For a year straight, he asked me every week when we were going camping. I thought he was just dense. Eventually, to shut him up, I agreed. We carried out the worn lawn chairs from the garage and set up a cinder block campfire at the site we'd always used behind the house. We walked down the mountain path, talking in the warm sunshine we only got a couple months of the year. Those 3 obsidian rocks shimmered alongside the shore, almost like sparklers pressed against a dark window. I'll never forget that wet stone on my feet, or how those massive mountains looked even bigger in the lake's reflection. I felt small, but grateful. As the sun set, my dad found something I hadn't seen for a long time. The tree where I'd made my first carving when I was 6. I hadn't even carved it. My dad had helped me, but I still called it my tree. Something about seeing my name there made me open up, and we talked about everything that night in that old camouflage tent. I told him how much I loved sketching and design, and how it would be a dream to study architecture in Seattle. I told him how I didn't get along with my friends much anymore, but that I didn't mind being alone. He told me he was there for me, and he joked that if all he had to do was write my name on a tree to finally get me to talk, he would have left me carved logs with novels on them in front of my room every morning. I don't know why it took me that long to realize it, but it was then I knew how much he had sacrificed for me.
There's an achievement for finding this tree. So the human's name is Joseph. Also, seems I missed something over here. Alright. There's a boat over there. More stars. But yeah, that was a Howling Stone I already did, so... Oops. I'll just have to cut that out. Howling, pouncing, whatever type. I caught a bird. You go up there. It feels like I'm missing 5 stars from this area. Well, since the start of the game. I don't know, I just get the feeling they could have done easily 25 stars per area, and there is 6 areas.
We were happiest underneath the evergreens. We decided it was time to finally map out the hundreds of acres we lived on, just to pass the time during the summer. He was only free in the evenings, so I would spend the day wasting time on dial-up internet and sketching, and then we would rush into the woods, pen and map in hand, before evening fell. Sometimes, the aurora borealis would cast a cold green glow on the mountainside, and we would finish our route underneath a twilight sky. Sometimes I was lonely during those summer days, but there was comfort in the routine.
A lot of teenagers aren't looking for the daily grind,
Oh.
though. There's nothing wrong with wanting to get out, to leave your childhood home. You wanted to progress, to make something of yourself.
Yeah, you're right. That house. I'm sure it's the same as how I left it. But then why does it feel so different?
I doubt you're the only adult to have looked back and asked that question.
Okay, my theory was wrong already. I got 76 on Area 3. So, they did not just evenly split 25 in each area and have 6 areas. So that means there's no way to know if I've missed them. What? Where am I going? I don't know if that's how you're supposed to do it, but I got in. That's a good number to end this area on, 80. I had that one tree, the way forward opened, is my guess. And I got another achievement. But what's the way out? Oh, god damn it, 81. I am never gonna know if I got all the stars. Alright, well, if this is what I'm thinking and it swaps levels... Oh, nope, there's another star. But if it does swap levels, that will probably be it for this episode. Yeah. Dad, please have one more star. Nope. I'm gonna be 1 star short from feeling comfortable. Like, I want it to end on a good number, but I just got 84 out of 85. And I don't know if that's Matt's, but let's head to the wolf and then...
The perpetrator stood nearby, unfazed, like nothing was wrong. My dad is dead, and he's never coming back, Rachel. I can tell you these stories, but I can never reminisce with him again. He can never hold a grandchild that we'll probably never be able to have. I can never talk to him again, and I'll never be able to say I'm sorry for everything.
Actually, I'm gonna end this episode here of the first tree. There's one more part after this for the actual storyline, and then one more video that will be all the secrets, maybe. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Peace.